So I moved to Switzerland 8 years ago. Prior to that, I was in Frankfurt for 5 years, and I did my first marathon back in 2013, and my first Ironman triathlon in 2014. I think my love for endurance sport kind of grew back in 2014. So 8 years ago, 9 years ago. Moving to Switzerland again was a game changer because cycling in groups, doing some trail running, and it always started from you do a 20-kilometer run, great. You do a half marathon. You do a 42-kilometer run, which is a marathon. Then you do a 50-kilometer trail run, a 100-kilometer trail run, 200-kilometer trail run, 300 kilometers, and then cycling's the same. You do 50 kilometers, it feels good. You do 100 kilometers, okay, hurts a little bit more. And then you test yourself, you go around the lake, which is the Lac Le Mans, which is what we've got, what we're seeing here, which is 170 kilometers all the way around. You do it once, it feels great. You do it twice. Can I do it twice? Which is 340 kilometers. And you do that and you test the body. So when I think of the everesting attempt, this has kind of been years in the making. I didn't really know I wanted to do it until I did 2 Everests back in 2021 last year. But the idea of endurance sports has always been something that's really excited me. So I haven't really started young in the sport, but it's always been an excitement. No, come guys, come. So Everesting, the concept of Everesting is fairly simple. If you take the height of Mount Everest, which is 8,848 meters, and you climb up and down the same hill or mountain as many times as you can until you reach the height of Mount Everest. So in our case, we did 4 times Everest plus a little bit more. And that's essentially Everesting. Anyone can do it. You can do it by foot. You can do it by bike. And once you do it, you essentially go into once your achievement gets assessed and analyzed by the Hell 500 and Everesting CC, and they approve it, you essentially go into what's called a Hall of Fame. So that's really what Everesting is. Now, you can do Everesting Rome, which is 10,000 meters, pick different climbs because Everesting isn't for everyone. It can be a little bit boring going up and down the same mountain. But if anyone wants to do it, that's what you do. You pick a hill, you pick a mountain, and you just keep going up and down until you hit the height of Mount Everest of 8,848 meters. Now, I think my advice to anyone wanting to Everest is start small. That's key, right? It's you don't turn up and have no training and decide to do 9,000 meters of climbing. It's just start with 1,000 meters, start with 2,000 meters. If you can do it in warm conditions, because already it's hard. Expect to be on the bike anywhere between, again, if you want to break a record, then maybe 6 or 7 hours. But if you're just out there to have a bit of fun, expect to take your time and be on the bike for anything between 14 to 24 hours. And prepare. Nutrition is key. I always say in an event like this, of any magnitude of Everesting an attempt, I think 25% of it is mental. Oh, sorry, actually, I should know. Let me correct myself. In any Everesting event or endurance event, I think 25% of it is your nutrition. Maybe 25% of it is your physical ability and your training. And then 50% of it is really mental, is your ability to carry on when your body and your mind is screaming for you to quit, because it's going to tell you a million things, that this is useless, don't waste your time, you've got drinks tomorrow, you need to sleep, you have work tomorrow. The mind is really smart and really clever, and you can trick it to either do an Everesting attempt or pull out of an Everesting attempt. But prepare, right? Bring a spare tire or tires, bring enough food, bring enough water, and enjoy it. Go out there, and I always say this as well, is you need the clear goal. You need the clear goal, and you have to be very specific in what that goal is, and don't complicate it. If you can't explain your goal to a 5-year-old, it's not a goal.